evening, my distinguished men first. Salute. And then my distinguished women. Hope everybody's having a great evening. Good energy, good vibes, high frequencies. We got to keep our frequencies up, y'all. Come on now. We got a lot going on during the week. That's why I kind of picked Sundays to digress. I also will more than likely be posting more throughout the week. Just depends. Depends on the energy I feel with YouTube and the messages and understanding that who comes along past my YouTube page and wants to accept. We'll do it that way. That's how we'll do it. But anyway, I had a better week this week than I did last week. So thank you to the patterns of the universe. Like I was saying before, it's not what happens to you, it's the way you react to what happens to you. And this is just how life is. You know, everything can be great as usual. You know, we all had moments where things were great. We're making money and bills are paid and eating good and traveling, and then boom, something happens. I look at life like it's a pattern. You know, it could be circle, square, and then all of a sudden, boom, triangle. And then people panic, and it's like, oh my God, life is over. This is the worst day of my life. But what about all them good days? What about all those days you were blessed and happy and good energy and saying hi to the random person at the gas station? You know, you gotta be accepting of the good days and the bad days. You know. But let's keep it moving. I wanted to bring these nuggets on today. I wanted to bring these jewels on today, and I'm dropping these jewels for not only the distinguished men but distinguished women today. I had a friend of mine come to me like, "Don't leave us out," and I'm like, I got y'all. You know, this is to understand each other. That's all this page is about. Just to get a very better understanding and communication and clarity on certain things. I really want to discuss where a lot of us distinguished men, distinguished women, when it comes to the dating life, the dating scene, how we already have confliction going into it. You know, we aren't really honest. You know, of course, I'm honest, or I definitely work hard to make sure that I am within myself. I'm not just referring to being honest with a person. I'm referring to you being honest with yourself first, then being honest with that person. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You know what I mean? You don't just feel like, oh, I'm honest. I tell. No. Let's be honest. Be honest with yourself. Like, self, am I ready to move on to give somebody else something I felt like I've given already? No? Okay, cool. Do it like that. I'm telling you, look in the mirror, or do what I do, the hand thing, and ask yourself, are you ready? You know, are you ready for a distinguished man? You know, because like I said before, when a distinguished man comes around, you got to put in that work. This is not I'm cute and I'm a woman and I'm the prize. No, it doesn't work like that. I don't care about your money or your PhD. None of that stuff matters. You know, maybe somebody else, one of those lower frequency men, would be like, oh man, she got a PhD, she got a good job, she got a house. None of that stuff matters for me. And a lot of us distinguished men, it doesn't matter for us, you know, and vice versa when it comes to the women, the distinguished women. She don't care about no man that has no nice car, has a nice job, or his money. She don't care because she's already doing her own thing and she knows who she is, you know. But we have to let go of our past to move on. You know, we got to let go of our past to move on, to move forward, you know. And it's just like going hiking. You know, you have all this baggage and all this equipment, and you don't need all those you don't need all that equipment. You know, it's holding you back. It's weighing you down, and all you're trying to do is get to the top. So you got to start taking stuff off, letting it go. You know, some things you don't need. I'm sorry, some things you don't want, but some things you do need. So let go of the stuff you don't want, which is people like, it could be men or women. You may meet somebody tomorrow and they have better intentions with you versus somebody that you were with for 20 years. And I've heard this from my experience, I've heard this from women all the time. Like, oh, well, I mess with him, or I still deal with my kid's father sexually or whatever, emotionally, or my ex, because I'm single. You being single means, and you dealing with your ex means, oh, I'm single, but I still have toxic tendencies. I still have toxic habits. That's what that means. That's all that means. And they are very apprehensive. I'm speaking from the behalf of a distinguished man and experience with a lower frequency woman. They're very apprehensive when it comes to a distinguished man coming around that has good intentions. Doesn't want to take, doesn't want anything from them but them to be happy and to be at a higher frequency. And now all of a sudden they have trust issues. You got to earn their trust. All of a sudden, they're not going to do things that they did for the person they were with, their ex, that they still did with from 20 years ago. And you got to deal with all the spillover because of the simple fact of they don't realize they have been having these toxic behaviors, and he's been having bad intentions with her forever. So you have to understand this when it's time to let go. I seen a status the other day, and I just remember the message. And it basically said something about a bee can't go tell the fly how good this damn honey is. Because the fly's like, shoot, there's some doo-doo right over here that's real good, you know. But basically it makes it very clear the message is like y'all just aren't on the same frequency. Y'all like two different things, y'all want two different things, you have two different desires. They don't respect what you desire. You don't respect what they desire. So move on, separate. So you can have better intentions and better energy and a higher frequency when you move on into your next relationship, or move on to your next friend, or whatever it may be. But you have to be able to distinguish when it's time to let it go. You got to be able to distinguish when it's time to let it go. Intentions are very important. Your intentions in life, but your intentions with individuals, you got to see what their intentions are. But people show you their intentions right away. Give it a good 3 to 4 weeks. You'll learn something about them. Okay, and some people might, 3 or 4 weeks not long enough. All right, give it a year. They prefer to learn in 20 years versus in 6 months, versus in 1 year, versus in 2 years. But it's time to cut those lower frequencies off. Get yourself together. Focus on yourself for a change. Fast. You know, I fasted as a man to no type of intercourse, no personal satisfaction. Like, it was a different experience, you know, but I got a lot done. It was very productive. I got to learn a lot about myself. That's when I first started meditation. This is years ago. And understanding energy was everything, you know, and it came from being involved with toxic energy. Because think about it, most of the time when you're dealing with somebody that's toxic, what happens when you're dealing with them? Negativity happens. I don't care. It can be something not dealing with them. It can be your job. It can be your friends. Everything that comes with that toxic relationship spills over into your personal life. Whoever's listening to this knows it's a fact. You know it's a fact. It starts affecting everything around. It affects you as a parent. You start getting frustrated with your kids and yelling at them for no reason. Like, it affects everything. So know intentions. Know what their intentions are, but also get yourself together and get yourself ready. Get yourself ready. So it's time to move on. It's time to let go. So let's do this. Keep our frequencies high. Let's practice letting go this week. That's what we're going to do this week. We're going to let it go. Regardless of whatever it is, friendship, text messages that normally come through, that good morning beautiful, that's old. Good morning big head, that's old. Compliments for distinguished men, that's old. That stuff don't work. It don't work for high frequencies. That don't work. So this week we're going to let it go and keep your frequencies high. Let's go.